Hey there, it's time for some more Snakespiration. I'm trying a new camera now. I did the first 7 with the GoPro, and now I'm just trying the good old Sony Handycam that everybody has, just to see if there's a little bit difference, and who knows, I like this. So we're just going to go with this today and see what happens. One question I get a lot about snakes is, how do they grow? You start out with a baby snake, and the snake's going to end up being 4 feet long. And well, snakes grow just like you grow. They eat, and then they put on, their bones get bigger, and then their organs get bigger, and then their skin gets bigger. But with your skin, with a human, we shed our skin all the time. You are constantly shedding your skin. I think the statistic is that you shed your complete skin in like 30 days, and or your outer layer, and it's in a whole new layer. I may be wrong, but I think that was what I read someday somewhere. Somebody look that up and tell me if that's right. But a snake, though, is completely different. They don't shed their skin like that. They shed it all in one piece. Now, if you look at this Woma python, this baby Woma python here, and I can see if I can get him up close. See, snakes don't like being grabbed, but if you look right there at his eyes, they're changing color. They're almost turning a blue. And what that is snakes have to get rid of their entire skin. And so they put between the epidermis and dermis, the 2 layers of the epidermis, which is the outer layer of the skin, they put a fluid between them two to loosen it. And that's what their eyes, because they don't have eyelids, they have a smooth, a clear scale that goes right over their eye. And that's exactly how they protect their eyes, with that one clear. And it gets all scratched up and everything, so they've got to get rid of it. So they put that fluid there, and then they'll turn blue. And I don't know if you ever heard the saying of a blue snake before, but that's what that means. Is that a snake is in shed, or it's getting ready to shed. Now, they'll reabsorb that fluid and not be blue anymore, and then in about a day or so after that, they'll start rubbing their nose on things, and it'll come off on its own, even if they don't rub their nose on something. But what that does is it helps break the seal right here at the lips. It's not the tip of their nose, but right here at the lips. Then the skin starts peeling over, and peels over their head, and they push, and then they crawl out of their skin. And what's really cool about it, a snake skin, is every snake skin that you find or see or have, if you have a pet snake that sheds, it's always inside out. The outside, because the skin comes back over the snake, and when they're blue, they don't see very well, so I'm being careful not to startle this snake. But and then it peels back, and it goes over their head like this, all the way down, and they crawl out of their skin, which is just fascinating to think about, in that every snake skin is inside out. And the one thing I love to do when I'm with a group of people in the field is when we find a snake skin and it's stretched out on the ground, the head end is this way of the snake skin, and the tail end is this way, pointing that way. I say, which way did the snake go? And everybody always seems to guess the head end. That's not the way the snake went. The snake went the way the tail end is pointing. So if you find a really fresh skin, see where that tail is pointing and follow it, you might find a snake. But the reason that is because the snake turns the skin inside out as it's going, so the head is left at the end, and it crawls out, and eventually the tail pops out, and it goes the other direction. So it's just a little trick you play on your friends in the field. And for Snakespiration, if next time you find a snake skin, it might be next spring, because it is winter. Today in Colorado, it's snowing, even though I am drinking my iced coffee. It is snowing though today, and that's just, if next time you find a skin, say, I know which way the snake went. Do you? Ask your friends. All right, that's it for Snakespiration today, and I hope that you do have a chance to interact with a snake, a live snake, and see how cool they are, and just how amazing the amazing creatures that these things really are, and they're not something to be afraid of. Some are to be respected, but actually all animals are to be respected, I should say, but they're nothing to be afraid of. They're something to be fascinated of. All right, that's it, and talk to you later.